has that build under his belt.
Yeah, I don't know, but we just haven't really seen those dark technologies make their way onto the LCK Rift just yet. We've seen the Moonstone, but not the Moonstaff combo. But, you know, I do agree with you. I think this would be a nice game to go ahead and go for it. So we'll see if Arthur has been paying attention to Twitter.
Yeah.
LS's new meta that's coming in. But yeah, I really like that Gangplank last pick. You do have to have confidence to try to play it into Renekton Lilia, and I think Doran, after his first game, should be feeling pretty confident. UCal gets the Orianna once again. They have some really fantastic late game scaling on the side of KT. We'll see how it works out.
Exactly right. Let's hop onto the Rift for game number 2. Let's see whether we can get 3 games out of this series. It's been fun so far, and I think we deserve more. Oh, no, maybe? No, he's got 6. No, he didn't. He didn't miss any. That's fine. Oh, passive goes down there. I think he might just die. He's waiting for Q. He's waiting for Q. Not going to have it. That these are very young players on this side. He might have just been like thinking that his Q was about to come back up again, and then he'd be able to turn the trade around. But this is, I mean.
So he missed the level 2 spike. I think he thought he was going to kill the minion with it. This looked like double scuttle went the way of Arthur. So a nice little win there as an engage here.
Yeah, Vista getting in there with the flash. His hybrid down extremely low. The ignite's ticking, but it's not going to be enough. Bowling ball actually straight into the wall. Oh, the Void Seeker. Hanging out in this brush as Arthur's stealing away his Gromp. Vista getting into position as Void Seeker's going to be able to find Zeus. Depth getting in from behind the turret is... Yep, Zeus not going to survive this one. Cannon Barrage comes in, but unfortunately they can't follow up with that one, and maybe...
Damage really hard. You know, we saw Chovy do an excellent job in the last game. Depth going in here.
Whoa, Killer Instinct comes down. Oh, slight miscalculation as they trade flashes. Depth takes all of his damage only from the turret.
Lane plays with that Olaf.
Well, he is making a lane play right now. Let's see whether it's going to work, as Vista's going to get hooked back. There's the Ragnarok. Immediately, the Gragas is just going to explode. As there's the Lilting Lullaby. It does a fair bit of work, as now Def maybe out of position. Yeah, you do have to respect Hybrid right now with the weapons that he has, especially in close range, as in goes Yukal. Gets the Shockwave, and Arthur is just dead. Really good capitalization here, and collapse from KT.
From the side of Hama Life, and KT are able to take the advantage.
Well, Chicken's being eaten here by Chovy, who culls them just to make sure that they're not going to be there. And Yukal doesn't have Shockwave, but he's still going to flash on forward. Chovy going to be taken down, and that's an overstep. A little bit of aggressive positioning, and Arthur's going to pay the price as well. Ahead by about 10 CS over Chovy after that unfortunate death. Is now Chovy going for this one. Shockwave comes in, as there's the Cannon Barrage as well. The culling down on top of Yukal, but now positional advantage for KT, as Chovy is just just ran out of ergs, I think. As Arthur, yeah, all he can do is really spin around as Deft is going to punish Yukal. His former teammate, Lilting Lullaby, going to come through. That's a sleepy Olaf who has to watch out. And Eep, and watch out he must, as he's going to be taken down. A triple kill for Deft, who's looking to try and put this one on his back, much like Chovy did.
And let's see, okay. Vista is...
It's definitely behind enemy lines. He's throwing out some barrels, but that's only going to put Yukal closer in position. Another hook is going to be set up, and now Morgan, he's also in trouble. We've got kills going everywhere on the Rift, and the Gangplank and Olaf combo definitely going to be very happy taking down that Crocodile.
Down, I guess he was just saying, let's just go back and get a good back here. So don't blame it too much. Doran actually getting the proc onto the turret, which means that Morgan is not safe anymore. So kind of gets baited into this fight by Doran going camp. Nice play set up there from Doran, and Blank has just been all over the map.
Not been carrying so far in 2021, but now he is, as Shockwave not going to be avoided, as now Vista's going to turn up. Great stopwatch there from Yukal is going to keep him safe for a little while, as Def is looking to try and get out of there, but now Morgan, he's in the meat grinder. They're going to first try and get to this Gragas' hybrid with his Severum, doing a fair bit of work, but Def is still able to limp away, as in goes Chovy, picks up the kill onto the Aphelios. He is going to fall afterwards, so it looked cool, but didn't necessarily net them anything. Has been instilled. Is KT in perfect position to collapse onto this Infernal Drake as Morgan. He's going to get hooked, and this is going to be a dead Crocodile. Dominus trying to get the work done. Core Drinker also working out. It's a one-man Shockwave, but it is going to get the man that it wanted, is now Deft trying to get whatever kills he can. The DPS combo is actually really powerful here as Chovy dashing back in once again. And Harmwell Life look to have control here of this area, but it is still 4 versus 5. The health bars are lower on KT side as the barrel is going to get Zonya'd once again. Yukal just playing really, really well as the Void Seeker, the bowling ball, not actually going to find any joy. Moonlight Vigil comes down. It's going to be Drake secured by Hanwha Life. Still KT looking to try and just disengage. Hybrid still hasn't been back yet as well, so it actually looks comical, the difference in items between these two bot laners. Hybrid's going to have to go back soon, because if they ever want to fight, yeah, he has to go back now, get that reset, make sure he spends whatever gold he has. It's going to get cancelled, as that's not the time to have a sleep there for Zeus, as finally the Caster Curse kicks in.
Look pretty, and some of these team fights as the game comes along could also be the same.
Oh no, Yukal has to flash the watch out Aepers. Vista almost saves Yukal's life, who does go into his Zonyas, but Deft will be able to pick up that kill. Supercharges to try and get out, but he's melee range with an Olaf. Now Doran's looking to try and get in here. Is he tanky enough to soak the damage from Deft? I think he might be, as Deft has to run away now, and Arthur is going to be the first one to fall. Chovy turns up, Morgan's here, but it's not looking like they're able to take the fight as Chovy throws out the culling just to soften them ever more. The turret is still going to be there, so just a 1-for-1 in the end. Because there are some big item spikes that just came in for KT.
Morgan's positioning here on the right. They got to be careful about this. You see Yukal looking to get that vision, and he does spot him.
Really good setup so far as Deft spotted on that ward. As you can see, he's trying to clear it out as best he can, as it is going to be secured by KT Rolster. Shockwave just onto Vista as Yukal looks to try and take him down. Stopwatch employed, as Yukal had a lantern there, so he was completely safe to try and fish. Chovy trying to cull, but only culls the air for the moment, but now the collapse comes in. Vista, he may look tubby, but he gets around the rift as Barrel comes down. Blank thrown into the team. Goredrinker gets a lot of value right there, but he's still going to go down. Chovy grabs that kill for himself, and now Hanwha Life.
Looks like it. Hybrid, unfortunately, running through what he thought was his jungle, gets caught out, which is what leads to that. Doran not able to link up those barrels.
Oh, that's a big shame, actually. Now Vista off to the side, not sure what he's doing there, as Morgan trying to collapse onto Zeus. In goes Deft, now looking to take down Yukal, flashes the orb. Yukal goes into his Zonyas, but I have a feeling he's still going to be dead.
Yukal!
The shockwave, beautiful work from Yukal before entering the death chamber. He deserves that rest, though, I tell you what, as that is going to deny the Baron and keep KT in this one.
Yeah, so he's like, well, we can't go in, and now the Baron has started again.
Oh, this is not the party that they were looking for, though. They're all standing behind the Baron, taking so much damage. Morgan going to get in here. Zeus late to this party also, as now the Crocodile is going to start this one off. That was not the Baron you wanted to go for, gentlemen, as now Hanwha Life, they're looking to try and secure it. It will be taken by Lilia, as Yukal now looking for that dream shockwave opportunity. As Morgan, he might just give himself up here, but no, Slice Dice gets himself to safety as Vista lying in wait. There's the body slam flash and gets Zeus right into position, and Deft wants to fight this one out too. He's not afraid of that particular shockwave. And then they decide to take a Baron that they're not allowed to take. Deft is also just going to kill Hybrid as we go back to live, as Zeus is also dead. There's too many 80 carries. Can't keep track of them all. Can KT, as now Doran finds himself in a brush. There's a big angry Crocodile, but I think the Pirate might be winning this one as Barrel comes down as well. Morgan very, very slow. Both of them gonna proc some Sterix. And yeah, it's just going to be blank tidying this one up. In the meantime, there's an inhibitor falling down as Morgan actually staying alive for a really long time. The slice comes in, avoids the undertow. Blank. Oh my god, he gets his Q back as well. I think Morgan's still going to die. But no, he's not.
He keeps roaming into the jungle. I want to see how this actually happens. He tries to move in and essentially just gets burst down. And Deft says, yeah, well, I'm Kaisa, so you're not getting away from this one.
I mean, Zeus almost saved him there. Fortunately for Deft, he had Gale Force, so he could get out of the way of the hook. But
they're going to take down the second inhibitor, and again, just people getting clawed out, the side lanes alone. Here's another engage.
Yeah, in goes Morgan, but the hook is going to land very comfortably there by Zeus. Barrel comes through, but Zeus does have a stopwatch that he prepared earlier, but now he wished he sort of had it back again. It's now Deft tidying up the fight. That's the triple kill. That's going to be the end of the game. We're going to game 3 between Hanwha Life and KT.
Yep, that's going to do it at the end.
Triple the damage of your opposition is a way to do it. Hybrid did less damage than Vista that game.
Yeah, I mean, Hybrid did absolutely nothing. He was just, from minute 0 to minute 34, he was basically always suppressed. He never really did any damage.
Hana Life is taking us to game number 3 after taking down KT Roaster. Let's take a look at the draft first. B1 for Hana Life was Kaisa. And Aphelios and Thresh was having a good time here in the LCK. So a lot of fans were curious about this Kaisa pick when those two duos were available. But this angry Hana Life just locked in Kaisa for the first pick, and they proved what this Kaisa can do from depth. And Renekton and Lilia is a composition that can actually do a lot of work in the early game. Renekton is a champion that kind of requires a lot of follow-up from champions like Lilia and Talia, but Lilia is a champion that actually prefers to camp the jungle camp, so it requires a lot of time for her to scale enough. So GP was a pretty good pick into Renekton as well. Looking at the draft in a vacuum, Kaisa was not in a situation where she can solo carry this game. Kaisa needs a lot of initiation from her teammates. Kaisa and Lucian are a little bit of short-range champion, so they are not really good pick into Aphelios and Orianna, who can easily outrange them. However, they were able to actually just burst down one target and re-engage. In KT, I think they were being a little bit too greedy in that Baron timing. And as he coined, this game was indeed a proving game for depth on Kaisa. Let's take a look at this first highlight. So they were looking for a pick over here. The Kaisa was pretending as she was rotating to the bottom side, which is a bait for her, so they were able to finish this Orianna kill. It was a very clean escape as well with her ultimate. She was able to buy enough time. And look at this mechanical level from Daft. As if she knew or he knew that Doran will come for a flash, Q, and auto, she just went invisible with her supercharge. So she was able to ignore a massive damage from GP. The mechanical level and also the mind game from Daft was really on point. So we want to kind of highlight Daft's performance over here. So let's take a look at his highlight reel. This is an Alpha Kaisa, or maybe Alpaca Kaisa, who was showing off his experience up against the opponents, and he was showing what an experienced player can do up against a rookie player. As soon as he saw his opponents, he was actually not just sitting back in the backseat, he was actually looking for a target. So, because they knew that Hybrid will come back to clear out the wave, he was waiting. And as soon as he landed his skill, he went in with his killer instinct. Another kill coming out from Kaisa here as well. Because he knew Hybrid was clearing out his minion wave, he was hiding outside of the vision and then landed his skill, and once again he dashed in to the target. The way he expected and predicted the enemy's location, his path was really on point, and that was the key to the victory of Hana Life Esports, because he was single-handedly keep making those kills. And now it's time to take a look at the POGN. It's gonna be, as we all predicted, on Kaisa. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a unanimous one, because especially in game number 1, Jin was not having a good day, but he came back with better champion pick and also a better performance. Kaisa definitely a better pick for the team and also just in meta in general. Another very aggressive killer instinct coming in from Kaisa in order to get a pick onto Orianna.
뭔가 할 수 있는 챔피언은
Kaisa is the champion, maybe the only champion who can actually play proactively.
그런 챔피언은 저는
A lot of AD carries actually are in the position where they require a lot of engagement coming out from the teammates, but Kaisa has this burst damage who can make solo kills. So Depth was having a very hectic game up against KT Roaster in Game 2. We really want to find out how this AD carry champion pool will be targeted in game number 3 as well. As we all expected, Deft was able to pick up 9 votes out of 9 for this POG, so he even won Doran by vote as well, where Doran got 8 votes in game number 1. So now it's time to move on to game number 3 between KT Roaster and Hana Life Esports. Those two teams are tied up in the 4th place in the LCK, so let's move on to the series deciding game between those two teams. Back to our casters. Thank you.